You and I share a lot in common, Courier. We both have traveled far and wide, and have been humbled by what we have come to witness in our travels. Before the first battle of the Hoover Dam, before Edward first called himself Caesar, I was a missionary. I traveled along the Long 15 and followed 89 south into Arizona. Along the way, I came across a tribe that called themselves Four Channels. As all New Canaanites are trained to do, I attempted to establish contact with them, in hopes of spreading the gospel of the Lord. It took some time, but over the next few days I began to understand their language, to interpret their customs, and come to understand them. The Four Channels was a strange tribe, unlike any I had seen before. Where most are led by a chieftain, Four Channels prided themselves in operating as a free society, where everyone was equal to voice their opinions. The only thing that seemed to resemble any authority within their community were a group of selected members that the tribesmen called Jannies, a colloquial term in their dialect that appears to have descended from janitor. These janitors acted as a front for community moderation, ensuring that a form of loose morals was upheld. Despite this, Jannies did not have the authority to enforce these rules, other than censure or removal of any disparaging material. Anything more required approval from the tribe's elders. The elders of the tribe considered the role of janitor incredibly important to the function of their society, and would encourage members to seek counsel with them in a sort of application for the position. Even more surprising was that despite the seemingly large importance of the position, the elders refused to compensate janitors in any way. They were expected to do these seemingly meaningless tasks for free. As I learned more about their culture, I came to understand the origins of this strange system. One night, a young man approached me, identifying himself as a scribe. He snuck me into a hallowed shrine within a building where he motioned me to a terminal. Like the rest of the tribe, he was not capable of understanding the words written on the screen, but recognized their similarity to the words in the Bible that I had shown them. He told me that the practices of the tribe were written on this computer and had been passed through oral tradition for generations. As I began to read, I understood with horror what had happened. On the terminal was a manifesto from the old world, a disparaging rant on the failure of moderation on a bulletin board called 4chan. It appeared that over the years, a story about the inane ramblings of an obsessed internet addict turned into a model for society. 4channels allowed for many things in their community, many of which would be sinful under the watchful eye of God, and all I could do was hope that by teaching them of the Lord, they could learn how to live a better life and atone for the mistakes they have made. With my mission complete, I left 4channels and would not see the tribe again for several years. I came back under a new name, the Malpais Legate. The Legion dominated the tribe within a day, and when Caesar came to learn of the janitors, he demanded that they all be executed, under the understanding that any organization such as them threatened the strength of the Legion. I consider it a great shame. The Lord believes that all can be healed. Their deaths will be yet another sin I will carry with me to my death.